remarkable, successful 30-year titan in business with having multiple businesses that generate multiplied millions of dollars.
And if that plan happens to be to build $1 million company, which I can help you do.
But he's humble. He's a man of God. He's a family man.
The world's news organizations are built on everything but positivity.
He is an influential entrepreneur and business figure for over 30 years.
I've got to forecast. I've got to pronounce. I've got to project. I've got to share with you my ideas, my vision, my goals for not only myself, but for you.
That's why he's came up with his incredible concept of taking and creating a platform for people that are wired differently.
And you got to understand that your habits of your person and your habits of your business and your habits of your spirituality have to lead to the North Star of who you are. We need to figure out who we want to be in life.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's Monday. I know I get excited about Mondays. I get excited about every day. I get excited about a lot of things all the time. And I got to tell you that this particular Monday morning, I'm trying to cue this up to make sure everything's good and going. But I want to let you know I love you. And I'm super excited about the week because this is the 4th of July week. And a lot of you guys have jumped over to tomsdonuts.com. That's my website for one of my 14 organizations, Tom's Donuts. You can follow it at Tom's Donuts on Facebook. I know we're on LinkedIn, Tom's Donuts, and we have a TikTok for Tom's Donuts. But my brother Shane, my family, we've been building this business since I was, 1970. So I was 5 years old when my father and my mother actually built this business. And so it's been around for a long time. It's like the donut capital of the world. You hear me talking about it all the time. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Tom's Donuts this week. And I'm just going to give you a little backstory on it because Tom's Donuts is like the business. In 2018, I acquired all the assets of that company. It was a company that had been around almost 50 years. And my father had grown tired a little bit. And he's moving through his 80s, and my brother, and they were working their tail off, but it just didn't have that same fire that it needed, and it was probably going to go away. And at that time, my wife and I decided that we would buy the assets, get everybody in a great position, get the 50-year-old business, budding 50-year-old business in a position that it could actually launch again in a relaunch or rebrand. And I think that's something we should talk about in our own lives. Sometimes we just go through motions. Sometimes we go through a period of time. We go through seasons, and we go through a lot of things, and we sometimes need a new rebrand. We need to rebrand. We need to refire. And so that's exactly what. So I want you to think about yourself a little bit. When you get tired and you get sluggish, you just can't curl up and ball and go in a closet and be done, right? You have to figure out how you're going to move through times, move through things, move through ideas, and maybe just rebrand yourself. You don't have to change who you are, right? Exactly. But you need to become who you need to want to become, who you want to be. You have to get through who you are sometimes. So we do have to be willing to change who we are and how we think to become who we want to be in many, many moments. And in this particular moment, we wanted this business. We wanted this legacy. We wanted this 50-year. My father, I wanted to lift him up. I wanted him to finish strong in his 80s. And I wanted him to be different than where the trajectory was taking him in that business. And so Tom's Donuts rebranded in 2018. And I write about it in my third book, Your Will Be Done. We talk about the mindset. We talk about this idea of growing who you are, what you are, and actually projecting it through your inner thoughts and actualizing how you want to be and making those things happen. Well, this Tom's Donuts happens to be a great story of the donut capital of the world, where when we were kind of down and out, we decided to rebrand, new signs, new everything, new image, and we just became the donut capital of the world. We pushed it for 3 years, donut capital of the world, donut capital of the world. Then last year, we literally became the donut capital of the world by breaking the Guinness Book of World Record. We sold 8,558 donuts in 8 hours. It's the most magnificent, wonderful thing. But what I want to just tell you is that we're having this week here, Tom's Donut Week. It's the busiest week you could ever ask for in our business. People come up to these Lake James, Jimerson Lake, Snow Lake, the chain of lakes here in Angola, Indiana. They come from all over the county, all over the state now, all over from 3 states, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. But more importantly, we have people from England. We have people from Spain now, people literally making a journey to the donut capital of the world. And so that's all because I was willing to rebrand the name, rebrand who we are. We didn't change our center, but we changed how we were going to project ourselves and be and think and do. And so the donut capital of the world was born exactly 2022 in May, and now it's 2023. And now we're past May. We had a great May, and now we're in July already. The middle of the summer is upon us. And we had the most amazing weekend for the July 4th weekend. It was literally the Mac Daddy. But it falls on a Tuesday. July 4th falls on a Tuesday. So we literally have got all this work to do. We'll sell 1,000 donuts almost every day for 9 days straight. I know you think a donut, a little donut. Like, what's so big about a donut? Well, I got to tell you, anything in your life can be a big deal. Anything that you do in your life can be a big deal. Any little thing, any craft you have. You say, Todd, well, I thought you owned 14 companies. I do. Well, I'd say, Todd, I thought you were kind of well off and well to do. Why are you making donuts? Well, I kind of am, man. I kind of still do. I mean, I don't think you should ever be in a position to be too good to go back to your roots. I don't think you should ever be too good to be in a position to not care enough to go back and take care of the family. I don't think you should ever be in a position too good enough or too big to go back and do what your daddy taught you to do when you were a little kid. I don't think you should ever be too successful, too big, too high on yourself to be able to go back and scrape a floor to get it clean. I don't think you should ever be too good, too big, too much of anything to go back and build other people the way you were built when you were a child. Not just a child. My dad and my mother, they built me through my childhood, my adolescence, obviously, and then through my teens, and then they built me through my young adult life. And all of it was centered around this donut mindset. Football and donuts and football. My father was never too proud to go in and make donuts. My mom was never too proud to go in and sell donuts. I've never been too proud to go in and make donuts and get up to my neck in flour and go out and serve people. Matter of fact, if you think about it, it's probably what made me. This idea of going out and saying, hey, I want to serve you. I want to serve you. I want to make you smile. I want to make you happy. I want you to laugh. I want you to have fun. I want you to come to the donut capital world, not think about politics, not think about religion all the time, not think about all the things that we're seeing on Fox and CNN and all these things going on. Just come to the donut shop. Just come to the donut capital of the world. Just come here and have fun because we're going to give you a hot donut with frosting on it and sprinkles and bacon. Whoever invented that one, I got to tell you, thank you very much because it's amazing. It's really good. But at the end of the day, the bacon bomb isn't what this is about. The bacon bomb, the donut, the sprinkle, it's about the experience. It's about this idea where thousands of people come every day to the donut capital of the world and they experience what? They don't just experience a great donut. There's lots of great donuts out there. I mean, I'll first admit it. Joe DeRosier over there, DeRosier's Bakery in Peru, great friend of mine. His donut, I had one over there the other day. I thought I was going to cry. It was so good, right? I mean, donuts are just good in the essence. Yeah, ours are special, but what makes ours special is not just the taste, not just the special glaze we make, not just the special yeast bread component with potato flour in it, not the great ingredients and all, not all. Listen, what makes it great is the experience. What makes it great is the tradition. That makes it great is the people come in there and do the things and want to be around it and be a part of it. That's the tradition. That's this idea, right? Something that makes people feel good. So get to Tom's Donuts. There's this whole week. We're going to have live band. I know a lot of you are all over the world watching, and I can see the comments rolling in. Lots of people on. I know we're going to talk about my viral post, but I really want to tie it in with this Donut Capital World because I'm not going to go live tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do some things tomorrow. I'm going to be really working hard with my brother and my father and my family and all these people coming. It's going to be a massive day. Thousands of dozens of donuts being sold, lines of people out I mean, literally 2 lines as much as a, I bet you the lines are a quarter mile long. People are waiting in line for donuts for an hour, having coffee for free and hot donut holes. I love serving the hot donut holes, and there's a live band playing, and it's an experience. But I guess the way I want to tie this in is that I do love to please people. I think it's important to please people. I think it's important for you to please people. I think it's important for you to lift yourself up for other people. And sure, I get some gratification for making people smile. I get gratification from people listening to me speak on the Facebook Live and everything we're doing out there. I love it, man. All the comments, all the followers, man, you guys are amazing. I mean, you're amazing. Matter of fact, in the last 3 days, our followership has jumped another 2,000 followers, which is a lot for me. Because I believe, because I've started something, inertia, something that people want to be around, the positive energy. I'm never going to not be positive. I'm just not. I can't. My body's not made to not be positive. I don't think we should not be positive. Matter of fact, anything that you see from me is going to ultimately end up being positive. God called me to be positive. God called me to say, find the good. God called me to say, get up, get on like Donkey Kong, let her rip potato chip, make the people feel good, tell them the truth, give them the gospel, give them the sunshine in a box, give them friendship, give them smiles, give them laugh, give them, give it, give. Come on now, Todd, get up, get it going. You're called to do that. Don't let up. That's what I'm called to do. I don't think I was called to be just a donut maker. I don't think I was just called to be an entrepreneur. I don't think I was just called to be the payroll guy. I don't think I was just called to be the staffing guy or the factoring guy or the insurance guy or the real estate guy, the commercial real estate guy. I don't think I was just called to do it. I think ultimately I was called to lead. I was called to cheer people on. I was called to encourage them. I was called to inspire them. That's what Wire Differently is all about, right? My job is to love you. My job is to motivate you. My job is to inspire you. My job is to encourage you. I want to be your Barnabas. My job is to love you. And I do. Because Wire Differently people are just different, man. We get up different. We go to bed differently. We cry differently. We win differently. We lose differently. Man, we lose differently. We go to bed differently. We mourn differently. We celebrate. We're just wired differently, people. We're called to be just a little extra, just a little more forgiving, right? Just a little more understanding, just a little more caring, but just a little more competitive, just a little more edgy, just a little more controversial, probably. And that's kind of where I'm gonna land on right now. 13 minutes into this broadcast, I want to get into the viral post, because when I start to think about what I'm called to do, when I start to think about what I'm called to be and feel and act like, it's positive. My job is to do all the things I just explained to you. But you know what? The world's never going to let up. The world is always going to push back in some regards. And I'm grateful for it, because it gives me a platform like this to talk. It gives me a platform to bring God out and talk about God and how much he loves me and he loves you and he forgives us and he moves us through, and he always gives us, like we talked about last week, there's always that chance to accept him up to the last minute of your dying breath. You can accept Christ in your heart and all your sins and everything's forgiven and you're lifted up and you go to heaven. We know about the thief on the cross, right? And it's just there's no way you can work yourself to heaven. There's just no way. All the religions out there will consider Jesus as a path or an avenue to heaven. But there's only one faith that says Christ is the only path, and that's Christianity. And so when I just do the quick math, I think, okay, well, if I had to be one of those people that picked the right path or not pick the common denominator is Jesus. So we think about that. But here's what he's called me to do. He's called me to lift you up this morning. He's called me to talk to you about these things. And this is what the Wired Differently gospel does. And so I just want to kind of get to this thing where I am called to love and inspire. And so I just want you to know, anything I'm doing out here, as silly as I get, as silly as a moment can be, I want you to know it's only to encourage. It's not to be disruptive in a way of harmful to people or make you feel bad. Now, I've hurt people's feelings in the past because I've said some things that maybe don't go along with their belief structure. And, that's okay. I mean, my feelings get hurt often. I mean, my feelings, my feelings. I watch the news. I'm like, wow, they talking that bad about this guy or that type of guy. Oh, that's how I think. How can you be that way? Well, listen, man, my wire differently people. All you people out there that are listening, we have to be forgiving. We have to be understanding. We don't have to keep taking. We don't have to get our ass kicked, but we can understand that other people have the rights to feel the way they want to feel. They can say the things they want to say. We don't have to agree with it, right? But what gets me is that when we start to judge people for things that we have no idea what we are saying, we start judging people for like a 10-second clip, something in TikTok or something on the social media, and we go hard on them, man. We're like, oh man, I saw something on the TikTok, and we go hard. Like we get in there, we start commenting, bah, 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 bah. We go hard. Bam, 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 man. We go hard. We don't know this person. We don't know, especially if we're not following, we just see them. They have one post that goes viral, like me, right? So we go hard on these people. We just, because the social media, you can say whatever you want and you can act real tough. You can act like you know everything. I mean, I watch the Facebook and the Reels and the Insta and the TikTok. And I mean, there's more tax professionals on Facebook, and there's more commercial real estate people, experts than you ever seen. They're all doing these posts. They know everything about everything. And all of a sudden they just post it. And, there's lots of damn experts on this no access fee required social media, world wide web. I mean, you could say anything you want, but the thing is that people can reply the way they want, and they're real tough, real tough. They say things because they think they can say things, and they're in the moment. But what happened to me this weekend is I got really judged, right? And I'm going to show you this viral post that went viral last week, and I've always wanted to go viral. It's like, I don't know what the limit is for viral, because my kids are like, I'm gonna go viral. Everybody's like, I want to go viral one day. I want to be a Facebook famous, I'm gonna be an influencer. I'm gonna be all these things. I've met some influencers. These people work hard, man. But at the end of the day, I'm like thinking, oh man, if I could ever get one to go viral. So I've been working, and I put stuff out there and never thought much 2 cents about it in the last couple of years. Never did anything really crazy to go viral. Never really, just posted content. Thought maybe somebody might like what I'm saying one day. And you are a testimony to what I'm saying, and people are liking what I'm saying. But the other day I was on vacation with my wife, just doing something harmless. I mean, hanging out with my wife, having a good time. And I was thinking about my grandkids. I'm like, man, I wish they were here. We were in Branson, Missouri, in the Ozarks, and we were having a great time. And it so happened that my wedding ring I took off just before I was doing some work in the yard or something like that, and we were scrambling to catch the airport. And I remember getting on and like, have you ever done that? You got on your car, you're going to an airport, or you're going somewhere, and you realize you forgot something, and there's not enough time to turn back, so you can't turn back, and you're like, oh man, what am I going to do? So this particular time I had everything but my wedding ring. And so I said, babe, I forgot my wedding ring. She goes, don't worry, honey. She's so cool. Don't worry. We'll find another wedding ring. We'll just go to someplace in Branson and we'll find something, and we'll find another wedding ring. She goes, no, they make those rubber type wedding rings. I'm like, okay, great. It's a great idea. So we get to Branson. We go to see my good friend, Nick Walenda. We have the best time. It's just me and her. And I post some of the stuff on social media. Brilliant. Best time. But out of the 3 or 4 things I posted that visit, that one day I was posting, I started to take pictures of the experience that I had in the actual bass fish place, right? And this place was amazing. I mean, it had everything. It had guns, it had ammunition, it had fishing poles, it had live fish, big scary fish in a big aquarium, it had hunting gear, it had survivalist food. It had, I mean, whatever you outdoor thing you could think of, this place had, and it was magnificent. I mean, everybody in this place was, you know, earthy Americans, right? Earthy people, right? And we're all celebrating in this beautiful place and a beautiful Ozarks and the mountains. And so sure enough, we're walking through it. And my wife, she goes, here's the rings, here's the rings. And so basically she gets the ring and we look around and there's some images back on the Facebook post showing me I was crawling on my knees to get down enough to see if it had my size. Well, just so happens we're having such a great time there. We go in front of this aquarium of massive trout and fish I've never seen before. They're like fish, they're 2 feet long. And it was just really cool. You'll get to see it here in a second. But as I was walking around and looking at it, I was thinking about my grandkids and how much they would love this place. It was just like a virtual carnival or zoo of some sort of just, it was almost like the donut capital of the world, right? It was just like this experience. So kudos to the Bass people. But as I was going for the in front of the aquarium, there was this big stack of stuffed animals, like wild animals. The only ones I can remember, one was an alligator. And I remember thinking, oh man, I'm sitting in front of this. What could I do for the grandkids to make my little grandkids laugh? I said, Tracy, film me doing this. And so she puts the camera on and she puts it on me. And I grab this stuffed alligator, you know, probably a 3-foot long stuffed alligator. This great story. And I'm like, how can I make my kids laugh? I said, hey, turn the camera on, babe, and I'll be silly. So I pull the camera, or she pulls the camera up. I grab this alligator and I pretend like this alligator, I'm in the Ozarks or the swamps or something, and this alligator is attacking me. And so I got this stuffed animal with 2 tags on it, mind you. And I got it up here and it starts to attack me at the neck. And so I'm fighting off the alligator, man. I'm fighting, like, come on. And I'm shaking the alligator because he's moving on. If you ever fought an alligator, he's not going to just lay limp, right? So you got to make him look like he's shaking a little bit. So I'm shaking the alligator, fighting him off. He gets him off my neck and I push him down. And that's it. I beat the alligator. The kids that are around there are just laughing at me like, look at that guy. It's funny. The kids, the 4-year-old kids that are sitting there, their parents are all laughing. It's this old man with a beard being silly with the alligator. My wife's chuckling like, you crazy. I said, I know. The kids are going to love that. So the funny thing is, it's not even a very fast video. I'm going to show it to you here in a second, but at the end of the day, the video gets done. We go on. Actually, I go get the wedding ring after that, and we move through the day. We have a great time. We go to dinner, and I start posting a few things. And so I thought I was going to post, little did I know it would go viral and be 9 million views, right? I was posting a picture of me and my wife on Facebook. And then I posted this video thinking it was a post on Facebook, but I posted it to Reels. So I got to learn what I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. Still, a post is a post. I never thought 2 seconds about it. I never thought that the world would judge me on this. I never thought that this was going to be anything less than a few likes here and there. And other than, most importantly, I was going to get a few laughs. I was going to get a little entertainment for my grandkids and just be silly. I mean, I'm wired differently. I mean, come on now, people. You've been watching me. I do funny, goofy things. I talk funny, goofy. I'm just a little different. I get up different. I wake up different. I go to bed different. I wrestle alligators differently. Come on now, somebody. I just want you to understand before I show you this video, if you were ever attacked by an alligator, you'd fight back. You wouldn't let it attack you. You would go after it. You'd fight it, and you would do everything, and you would keep it from taking your own life, wouldn't you? Especially if it had tags on it. What's wrong with this world? You got to understand, out of 9 million people watching this video, 50% of them were trashing me. Unbelievable. Cruelty to animals. Do you shake your children like that? What's wrong with you? Not funny. You're scaring the world. Listen, America, you got a lot bigger problems than I can ever imagine if you're worried about me being attacked by a 2-tagged stuffed alligator animal. Listen, I got to tell you something. This world is a vicious place. There's people getting attacked every day by real people, real knives, real guns. Just open up the news one day and look at it. If you don't know how to defend yourself from a tagged alligator, how in the hell are you going to ever defend yourself out in the real world, right? We got to get real here for a second. We got to get serious for a second. We got to understand that there's things in this world much more devastating than a stuffed animal and an old dude with a white beard shaking it around a little bit to have fun for his grandkids. Get a break, get a life. Come on now, I'm pushing back just a little bit because I didn't say one thing on that 9 million viral status. Because it just doesn't even make sense that somebody could watch the video and find fault in a guy just having fun. He could say it's not funny. He could say, what's this guy trying to do? He could say he looks a little wired differently, but why attacks? And I want to thank all of the 4.5 million people out there that realized that these people were cuckoos for crack puffs because they couldn't understand that this was a fake alligator with a dude just playing around, having fun with some kids and trying to entertain his grandchildren. They didn't get the memo. I was wired differently. But all that goes to say is 9 million views. I wanted to go viral, but I don't know that I wanted this. So let's just check this out, and I'll take you through the play-by-play, and we'll get on with our day. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Let's go viral, everybody. Here's the 9 million views. Now 9 million one.
I'm being silly.
Here we go. That is the vicious alligator attacking. That is what's happening. All right, we've already went through it twice. 9 million and one views. Here, let me explain to you. There's vicious animals in the water behind me. You never know when an alligator's going to attack you. Oh, whoops. What's that, a tag? 2 tags? Keep him off your neck. I want you to understand, if you're ever attacked by an alligator, you can't let it get to your throat. No, not your throat. Get him away. Push him away. Good tactic. That's the play-by-play here. Is basically this: when the alligator approaches you, arm's length away. Keep him away. Keep him off your neck. Keep him away. Push him away. Stop him. Do whatever. Save your life.
I'm being silly.
I'm just silly. Boy, oh boy, I'm silly, all right. A lot of fun. Got to tell you, it's a little bit craziness. It's a little bit craziness. It's a little bit craziness. So if you want to go to Reels and check that out and add to my 9 million, I just wanted to let you know. But honestly, I want to tell you, man, who are you judging out there? I know you followers aren't judging me in a bad way, and I just want to lift you up a little bit. 28 minutes into this, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. I just want you to understand that I love you. I love you. I love you. I want to thank you for the likes. I want to thank you for the hearts. I just wanted to let you know that life is one of those things, man, where you don't know who you're going to affect. You don't know who you're going to possibly bring down. You don't know who you're going to possibly bring up. But I want you to understand your trail is your trail. And even though that viral was an innocent viral video of 9 million, even though that obviously I was well intended for my grandchildren, obviously I just want to make a few people laugh. I want to bring sunshine in a box like my donut shop, even though I just want to actually do something nice for people almost 24/7, right? You're always going to have to understand that people are going to take you wrong. I don't know why it is that way. I mean, some people just wake up not like us. Some people just wake up looking for problems. Some people just wake up upset with their life. Some people just wake up and want to find fault in people that are happy. I mean, clearly I was happy I beat the alligator. Clearly I was poking fun with kids. Clearly I'm just a silly guy having fun. But somebody looks at that video and wants to be upset. Somebody wakes up in an upset mood, man, because they look at life differently, and they have every right to do that. But I want you to understand which person are you, right? Which person are you? And I want to call you. call you today, Monday, July 3rd. I'm gonna call you to understand, what type of person are you? Are you waking up and are you looking for problems and things and easily offended over a fake alligator attack? It's a great example of like, how can you look at something like that and find it offensive? Or how can you look at something like that and say, oh, it's just a silly little thing? I mean, clearly we're conditioned one way or another. And some of these people may have been attacked by an alligator in their life. And those people, if I sent you into trauma, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about you at the moment. But if you were not attacked by a damn alligator, get over it, baby, because it was a stuffed alligator. People were laughing. My grandkids think it was silly and fun. And get on like Donkey Kong, let her rip potato chip. Life's meant to celebrate. Life's meant to have fun. Life's meant to encourage and cheer and serve other people. I want you to know, someday you're going to be attacked by something. And I hope to God it's a stuffed animal. But if not, you better fight your ass off to win. You better fight your tail off to win. You better put yourself in a position to win. I just want you to understand. I love you. The alligator was something and we survived it, and you're something. You're going to survive life. I got your back. Thanks for having my back. Tomorrow I will not be live. So you guys have a great day on the 4th of July. And those of you that are not from America, God bless you guys out there for being such great fans and watching and all the comments and being supportive and having some fun with me. What a privilege. What a privilege. What a privilege. And we're not going to back down. We're wired differently, America. We're going to live life to the fullest. God bless you guys. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Remember, tomorrow's the 4th of July, the donut capital of the world is going to be kicking tail and taking names and doing donuts. I love you.